In the heart of the United Kingdom, two teenagers shared dreams much bigger than the streets around them. Neither imagined that hope, love, and heartbreak would soon change the course of their lives forever. Leo and Amanda met during high school. They became close friends, encouraging one another through every challenge, believing their future would be brighter than anything they had ever experienced before. They laughed during lessons, studied together after school, and promised that no matter where life led them, they would always support each other and never give up on their dreams. Graduation day finally arrived. As their classmates celebrated exciting futures, Leo and Amanda believed this was only the beginning of a wonderful new chapter filled with endless possibilities and success. Friendship slowly became love. Without even noticing, every conversation, every smile, and every dream pulled their hearts closer until they could no longer imagine life apart. Amanda dreamed of traveling the world. She imagined discovering new countries, meeting different people, and building a life filled with unforgettable adventures far beyond her hometown. Leo dreamed differently. He wanted wealth, stability, and a comfortable life where his family would never struggle again. He promised himself that one day success would surely come. After graduation, reality arrived quickly. Day after day, they searched for work, standing in long lines, submitting applications, and hoping someone would finally give them a chance. Every rejection letter hurt more than the last. Their savings disappeared, confidence faded, and the dreams that once felt close suddenly seemed impossible to reach. The streets felt colder each day. They comforted each other, believing that persistence would eventually reward them, even as life continued testing their patience and determination. Despite every disappointment, Leo always smiled when he returned home because his greatest reason to keep fighting was waiting for him, his loving mother. One evening, everything changed. Leo noticed his mother becoming seriously ill. Her smile remained, but her strength slowly disappeared with each passing day. Doctors examined her carefully. The diagnosis was serious, and treatment would cost far more money than Leo could ever afford without steady employment. Leo stared at the hospital bill in disbelief. Numbers on the paper felt heavier than mountains, crushing every hope he had worked so hard to protect. Amanda stood beside him without hesitation. She reminded Leo they would face every hardship together, refusing to let him carry the burden completely alone. Leo accepted every small job he could find. Long hours brought little reward, and despite his exhausting efforts, the medical bills continued growing beyond his reach. With almost no money left, desperation quietly replaced optimism. For the first time, Leo began wondering whether life was leaving him any honest choices. Hidden from the busy streets, the couple discussed impossible decisions. Love pushed them together, but fear slowly pulled them toward a dangerous path neither wanted. Leo made a silent promise. No matter the cost, he would find a way to save his mother. He believed failure was no longer an option. As darkness covered the city, their future became uncertain. The bill was more than he'd ever seen, more than he could earn in months. And his mother didn't have months. Amanda found him there, broken. She didn't have answers, but she wasn't going to let him face it alone. That night, they talked about things they never thought they'd consider. Desperation has a way of changing what's unthinkable. "We do what we have to do," she said. Leo hesitated, but he had run out of other options. He didn't sleep that night. Every plan in his head ended the same way. There was no clean way out. The next evening, they found their first target. A small shop, an easy way in, they told themselves. His hands wouldn't stop shaking. This wasn't who he was, but who he was couldn't save his mother. It happened faster than he expected. 30 seconds that felt like an hour. Then they were out the door. They ran until their lungs burned, hearts pounding, not from fear of getting caught, but from what they'd just become. They counted it twice. It wasn't enough, not even close, but it was a start neither of them wanted. Leo paid what he could the next morning. The receptionist barely looked up. To her, it was routine. To him, it was everything. The doctor's words hit harder than he expected. It wasn't enough. Time was running out faster than his money could keep up. That night, the guilt caught up with them. They argued, not about what they'd done, but about what they'd have to do next. But love doesn't walk away easily. Amanda held his hands and told him they'd face whatever came, together. So they planned again. Bigger this time. A A pharmacy near the edge of town. More risk, more reward. This one felt different. Riskier. But desperation doesn't leave room for second thoughts. Halfway through, a guard turned the corner. For one heartbeat, everything could have ended right there. They ran, faster than they ever had, the shout behind them echoing longer than it should have. When they finally stopped, Leo broke down. This wasn't the life he dreamed of. This wasn't who he wanted to be. Then his phone rang, the hospital's name on the screen, and somehow, he already knew it wasn't good news. He picked up, and in that moment, before a single word was said, he already knew. "I'm sorry, Leo. We did everything we could." The voice on the other end sounded so far away. The phone slipped from his fingers. His knees hit the ground before he even realized he was falling. Amanda held him there, on the cold pavement, saying nothing, because nothing could fix this. The walk to her room felt endless, every step heavier than the last. She looked peaceful, like she was finally resting after a fight she never asked for. There were forms to sign, arrangements to make. Grief doesn't wait for you to be ready. The funeral was small, quiet. Everything he'd fought for hadn't been enough to change this outcome. Everyone left. Leo stayed. Standing there, he asked himself the question he couldn't escape. Was any of it worth it? Amanda found him there, like she always did. She didn't have the answer, but she wasn't going anywhere. They walked home in silence. The city felt different now, quieter, colder, emptier. That night, he sat surrounded by everything she'd left behind. A photograph, a worn sweater, a life reduced to boxes. In the photo, she was smiling, younger, healthier, before any of this began. He opened the drawer where the stolen money still sat. It felt like blood money now, spent for nothing. "We did all of this for nothing," he said. Amanda flinched. She'd never seen him this broken before. "It wasn't for nothing," she said quietly. "You tried. That has to count for something." He didn't answer. There was nothing left to argue. Just grief and the weight of choices already made. Outside, a police car rolled slowly down the street. A reminder that their choices had consequences still waiting to catch up. Amanda gripped his arm. "Do you think they know?" Leo didn't answer. He wasn't sure anymore. Then came a knock at the door. Slow, deliberate, and neither of them moved to answer it. The knock came again, louder this time. Neither of them moved. Leo's hand hovered over the handle. Whatever was on the other side, there was no more avoiding it. It wasn't the police. It was their neighbor, Mrs. Reyes, holding a dish. "I heard about your mother. I'm so sorry." Relief hit them both like a wave. But relief didn't erase what they'd already done. Leo stared at the money on the table. It felt heavier now than it ever had before. Amanda nodded, tears in her eyes. "I've wanted to say that for weeks. I was just scared to. I want to stop," Leo said finally. "This isn't who we are. It never was." They decided together. Whatever was left would go toward paying it back, quietly, however they could. The next morning, Leo walked into the employment office. A real job, a real chance to start over. He answered every question honestly, leaving out only the parts that would destroy any chance he had. Amanda did the same, sending applications everywhere she could think of, refusing to give up. A week later, Leo got the call. He'd gotten the job. It wasn't much, but it was honest. They celebrated quietly that night. No big party, just two people finally allowing themselves to hope again. Then, 3 days later, an officer knocked on their door. This time, it really was the police. Leo's stomach dropped. The pharmacy break-in. Someone had reported them. The officer asked questions, careful and direct. Leo felt the walls closing in around everything they'd built. Under the table, Amanda gripped his hand. Whatever happened next, they'd face it as they always had, together. The officer closed his notepad. "We'll be in touch," he said, and walked out without another word. The door clicked shut. Neither of them breathed for a long moment. "What happens now?" Amanda whispered. Leo didn't have an answer. All they could do now was wait. Days passed. No word from the police. The silence was almost worse than bad news. Leo threw himself into his new job, trying to hold on to the little stability he had left. Amanda finally got an offer too, a small marketing role, a real start, finally within reach. Then a letter arrived. Official. Leo's hands shook as he opened it. It was from the court, a formal caution, community service, and restitution. No prison time. They held each other, relief crashing over them like a wave neither expected to survive. Leo completed every hour of his community service without complaint. It felt like a debt worth paying. Amanda settled into her new role, slowly rebuilding the life she once thought she'd lost. Every spare pound went toward paying back what they owed. Slowly, honestly, this time. Months passed. The seasons changed. And piece by piece, they rebuilt themselves. Leo visited his mother's grave often now, no longer carrying guilt, only grief and gratitude. "I did what I could, Mom," he said softly. "I think I'm finally becoming who you wanted me to be." He and Amanda walked together often now, no longer running from anything. A year later, Leo earned a promotion, proof that honest work could still lead somewhere good. They started saving for something new, the dream they'd almost lost sight of entirely. One evening, by the river where they used to talk as teenagers, Leo asked her to stay with him forever. Amanda said yes without hesitation. After everything, this was the easiest decision either of them had ever made. Their wedding was small, simple, and full of the people who mattered most. A year later, they finally boarded that flight, the one they'd dreamed about since high school. They didn't take the easiest road to get here, but they made it, together, exactly like they always promised. So without being said, thank you so much for watching Leo and Amanda's story from beginning to end. If this touched you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories just like it. Let us know in the comments what you'd like to see next, because we got more coming.